Hello and welcome to another episode of Put Me in Coach on episode 26, and this is going to be the matchup in Mexico, Diamondbacks versus Padres, game 1. Lineup today, Adrian Del Casio playing catcher, and then Jose Fernandez as DH, and then Alek Thomas is out there again for center field, and the rest is the same. Obviously enough, Vargas, you can see enough. He played first base and shortstop. I will get into that as well. Tim Tawa and Jorge Barroso also came in to bat as well, and there was also a couple injuries and stuff. One of the most biggest injury it was where Perdomo got injured in a play, and I guess something went wrong with his ankle, I believe, and so he had to come out and stuff. So Vargas used to play, was at first base at the time and stuff, and then after he got injured, they swapped Vargas to go to shortstop instead, and then put Tim Tawa at first base and stuff, and that was in the 7th. And fortunately, the 7th went a little bit off on us and stuff, but that's why you have enough of that. I would definitely say this was a little rough for us and stuff. We did had a lot of hits here and there, but it just didn't really official for us to win the game and stuff. I thinking that's a little negative on us in a way. I like Nolan Arenado going out there and hit some hits, but like Marte, Berdomo, Carroll, like they're just not doing anything. Like obviously, yeah, Carroll's getting walked and getting hit and stuff. Like, that's not really a whole lot. It is something, but not a whole lot and stuff. But it's just our hitting was not same than before and stuff. So we just kind of need to get back into that and stuff. So that's mostly of that. Pitching wise of enough, Zach Gallen pitched today. Fortunately enough, he only went for 3 innings. He gave up 1 hit, struck out 3, walked none, and gave run none and stuff. And the only thing enough of he came in for 3 innings because he got hit by the ball back to him in the shoulder and stuff. Fortunately enough, he actually ended the inning with a positive and stuff, and then unfortunately enough, Brandon Pfaadt came in to pitch the next couple innings and stuff. So that was not a good thing. Like, what I would prefer of him, just keep going and stuff, like go for more like 5 innings or 6 innings and stuff, and then after that. But I guess his shoulder didn't really felt good in a way and stuff, so we don't want to put a lot of injuries on it. So I understand why Ravello totally took out Gallen way early and then put Brandon Pfaadt and stuff. I'm going to talk about Brandon Pfaadt later because he's in the bullpen, people. The Padres pitcher, Gorman Marquez, went 6 innings, gave up 6 hits, I meant to say. Struck out 2, walked 1, and gave up 4 runs and stuff. So we were hitting off of him pretty early in the game and stuff. We love to see that, but I guess he got a little bit uncomfortable at the very end and stuff. So that's another thing about it. He did pretty good, I would definitely say that and stuff. And then fortunately enough, this is where it went downhill for the Diamondbacks of enough. Brandon Pfaadt, sorry, I'm gonna go back a little bit and stuff. Sorry, like it's the routine of I needing to do and stuff. what I meant to say was talking about of the bullpen of the Diamondbacks. So we're gonna start with Brandon Pfaadt, Taylor Clark, Jonathan Liskia, and Andrew Hoffman for bullpen and stuff. And yes, enough of Brandon Pfaadt kind of got a little lit up only in the seventh inning and stuff. He went 4 innings, gave up 2 hits, struck out 5, walked 3, gave up 1 run and stuff. And then Taylor Clark had a really bad as well because Fott didn't do so well enough of that in the seventh, and then Clark kind of got a lot of runs off of him in a way while he was pitching and stuff. He gave up 4 runs and stuff. And the crazy thing is he only gave up 1 hit. That was it. And stuff. So there's a lot of, I think Brandon Pfaadt walked 3 people. So that was not good. And then a couple of hits off Clark and stuff. And then some easy runs for the Padres. Didn't go so well from that and stuff. So obviously enough, yeah, bullpen was doing good lately and stuff, but I don't know. They look like they're there, but I guess enough of you gotta understand about the Padres. Defense and offense, their team is really good as well. They're in first place in our division as well, so gotta think about that and stuff. And then we are going to talk about the scoring. I'm not really going to talk about all of the scoring, just the ones that are pretty big and stuff. Vargas is hitting his hitting streak alive with 19 hits. It is crazy enough of he does that. The other number I had and stuff right now, it's at 22, and I guess 22 consecutive games he's at. So I got a little, the numbers got a little mixed up on me and stuff. So I just want to get correctly at this point and stuff. But 19 hits, so he's 19 for 19 right now for every single game and stuff. It's absolutely insane he's doing this and stuff, and I hope enough of he just keeps going and going and going till it ends and stuff. I don't want to end it early or anything and stuff. Like, he got to do what he got to do, just keep that grinding going and stuff. This was also another huge thing for the Diamondbacks. Alek Thomas hit a 2-home run to make it 4-0 bottom of the second, and also enough I don't know he grew up in Mexico or anything and stuff, but I guess his family-wise enough, his mother is from Mexico and stuff, and he also played for Mexico team in the World Baseball Classic and stuff. So this was really big for him and hitting a home run in Mexico and for his family and stuff. So good for him and stuff. And then Ty France hit a solo home run to make it 1-4 top of the fifth, and he hit another solo home run, make it as 6-4 top of the ninth, and the final score was 4-6, and our record right now is 14-12. Progress of enough. I would definitely say we just need to get back in the grind and see what the Padres, do for tomorrow and stuff. Hopefully we can do a lot better and stuff, and we'll see of enough because I know Michael King is pitching, and he's honestly a really good pitcher, in my opinion and stuff. Pitching wise enough, I would definitely say it's tough having Gallen out this early and stuff. I think Brandon Pfaadt did really good in the beginning, and just at the end, again, it's just something about him at the end. He just cannot really end it and stuff. So he has a really hard time with that and stuff. And then it was a little tough for Clark because he had a lot of things on him and stuff, to put a lot of pressure on him and stuff. So that happened, and then I guess the rest did fine and stuff. So we just gotta keep progressing. That's just what we need to do, and stuff. Who cares about enough of other games and stuff? We just need to get back into it, and we need some wins. So that's all it actually really mattered. Homework, looking and stuff, just all these typical things we need to look into. How we can progress of what actually happened before and stuff. We can't let this happen ever again and stuff, and hopefully we can learn from our mistakes and stuff. I would definitely say, I do want to talk about the seventh inning because it was brutal and stuff. Like, I felt like of enough of the Padres just shouldn't really deserve to win this game and stuff. Like, the only thing about it of enough, like, fought, walk three. Like, that was pretty big in a way and stuff. But having Gavin Sheets come in and get like a single hit and get like 2 RBIs from that and stuff. And also, it was like the first pitch and stuff. And then also, it was the time where Tyler Clark came in as well at that time and stuff. So, like, new pitcher and Gavin Sheets, like, right away hit the ball like really really quick, and I thinking it went right to where Vargas was at. So I don't thinking he really realized enough of how quick and how fast the ball was coming straight to him and stuff. I don't thinking he realized enough of it was gonna go that fast towards him and stuff. So I thinking he was not really ready for the ball because, again, you got a new pitcher, new batter, first, swung right at the bat and it's a base hit and stuff. And again, it just happened so quick at that time. So it kind of got Vargas off guard just a little bit and stuff. And then fortunately enough, it was going to be more, we didn't just do so well because enough of Perdomo got injured while into that inning and stuff. And so that was like really, really tough in a way where just like we could absolutely get a double play out of that, but fortunately he bobbled it, and then he got injured at that time, and then we got to switch people on the infield and stuff. So it just didn't really look good and stuff. And then fortunately enough, again, this is so weak to me. Like, I would definitely say, like, again, it didn't feel like the Padres deserved this win and stuff, because fortunately enough, like, even for Furman and Roman Lazario and stuff, like, they just did sacrifice fly and stuff to take the lead, like, tie the game up, took the lead and stuff. And also, Ty France, look back on his home runs because it doesn't make no sense and stuff. Like, to me, of enough. Like, I don't know what the situation, how this works of where a ball hits off the bat and stuff. Sometimes enough, it just looks so weird when it has like some weird angle and stuff, and it still comes out and it be a home run and stuff. I would definitely say, like, when I saw Thomas hitting his home run, he got a lot of barrel on the bat and stuff to it to go out more and stuff, because to me it looked like it went straight up but more forward out there and stuff. And I would definitely say, I don't know, Ty France, the ball, like, it didn't even look like he even tried, and the ball went out far as heck and stuff. And then his second home run, like, I don't know how he hit that ball out of here. Like, it didn't look like it was a home run hit or anything and stuff. He kind of hit it in the opposite way where he was hitting it and stuff, and it just went bounce this way and stuff, and then it still went out. Like, the weirdest thing ever. Like, I don't know, the balls are juice or anything, or it's just the area from Mexico, because they were saying about it's like the same, like, hemisphere of like Coors Field in Colorado and stuff. So like something about the air really, gives some gravity to it. I have no idea into that point and stuff. And, a lot of people were saying enough of like, because there were some MLB games were playing in this uh, stadium in Mexico and stuff. Especially enough, the Padres been played here before and stuff. But I feel like a lot of people thought enough they were going to see a lot of home runs because again, just the elevation of the air or the area from the stadium and stuff will go out more and stuff. Like we got pretty much like 3 home runs and stuff. So again, I have no idea, to be honest, and stuff. Yeah, it just to me like those things just looks weird and stuff. And also, we didn't have ABS as well, and there was. I would definitely say there were some were very close calls at the plate and stuff. Just a little like minor things and stuff. But there's one where Adrian Del Casio was up and stuff, and he called a really bad call, and it actually really ended the inning and stuff. And we had a chance, get more and stuff, and it was just like, man, like this is brutal and stuff. Like umps just not helping at all as well. It's just like we had a terrible 7th inning and stuff, and you gave this to us? Come on. Pathetic. I would definitely say pathetic. But it's what it is and stuff. There was no chance enough of it. And also, like, after till the 9th inning, I knew enough of where you're not going to get hit off of Mason Miller and stuff. Like, we were very close to it and stuff, but it's just, nah. Just so much, and who knows enough. Umps are so weird, and if you challenge it and stuff, and they say like it doesn't see like no overruled of like to the research they're looking for. Like I don't know what they're looking at and stuff. I get it about the Padres. We're doing the same thing where Nolan Arenado got a base hit off a Manny Machado error at first base and stuff. But because to me enough, like, oh, like, is he safe or is he not? Because it looked like Ty France, like barely got his foot on the bag and stuff. And this happened twice and stuff from Nolan Arenado, and I think the other one was Barossa and stuff. And again, it looked like he was safe again twice, trying to get the foot off the bag and stuff. And I thought we were going to get both of them, but fortunately enough, we only got one, and the other just didn't really help us because I have a feeling that the umps just wanted to get the game over and stuff and go home and relax and stuff, and just like, yeah, no. Like, please play the game fair. Like, things are going to happen here and there and stuff, but, what is the most biggest thing about baseball enough is, like, it's just the excitement of enough of baseball, what is going to happen and stuff. And when there's just a bad call and stuff, it ruins the whole thing and stuff. And I just hope people will just hate on umps so much and stuff. And just like they need to take care of something. They need to follow some type of rule they need to follow and stuff to make games fair and stuff. And that's just my opinion and stuff. So for tomorrow, again, early games around like 12:40 or something like that and stuff. Hopefully we win. If we don't, we get swept and we'll actually lose another series. But fortunately enough for us, what we need to do is we need to win the game so we can split the game, because this is only a 2 series game and stuff. So hopefully we win today and stuff. Ryan Nelson is pitching tomorrow against Michael King, so that's going to be a really good matchup. I'm going to look forward to that and stuff. And also he have a home advantage as well, so that's why you saw, the Diamondbacks have their City Connect jerseys and stuff. So yeah, that's the biggest thing and stuff. I don't know enough. I'm going to watch this game. I'm going to do my best of watching the game. I don't know. I'm going to do my notes for all of them and stuff at the time, because I have to go to my mom's Bell concert and stuff. And then later on, we're going to a restaurant to celebrate my mom's birthday and stuff. So fortunately for that is just like, I don't know, because to me enough of just watch the game and then later on after the game is over just do the notes, because I've done that before and stuff when the game is going on and I had to do something and stuff, and just do the notes later on and stuff. So I could do that, or just I don't know what to do, but just hopefully enough we don't lose tomorrow. So that is that. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Hope you guys have a great day, and thank you for watching.